Hey, it's Rick, your inherited property person. And sometimes tangled trust and sometimes estates in chaos. Let's talk about settling disputes with a closed probate mortgage. It's an absolute that you need to know how you can settle the disputes. Sometimes the easiest way is with money, greenback. And if you don't have greenback, most of us don't have money sitting in piles stacked up in the counter or in your safe or in the refrigerator or freezer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna show you some ways that you can make these settlements go a lot faster. You know, sometimes it starts out very straightforward, where somebody has let's say it starts off as a small dispute, and it may be between siblings, between brother and sister, a couple of siblings, or cousins, or there's no will, or people come out of nowhere. And that's not too rare, by the way. It's actually happened. You know, I've been a administrator. I've been special administrator myself 16 times. I've been trustee over 50. That's not my business, but in my time, there was a period where I used to offer to do this as part of the service. Don't anymore, and I'm gonna tell you why, because the juice isn't worth the squeeze, to me. But it is for you. If you're inheriting property, you want to be able to settle this in the easiest possible way. Sometimes attorneys can be very helpful there. Sometimes unintentionally, they don't understand what it is and make things worse. Here's an example. You and your sister had a squabble when she was 10 years old, and somehow she's still upset. She's never forgotten that, never forgave you for the time you stuffed her doll down the toilet. So we're not gonna judge that. It probably wasn't the best move, but this is what happened. Okay, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but this is just the little things that start out as a small thing, and next thing you know, it's a big thing after your parents are gone. And so now you're dealing with your sister and her resentment that's gotten a giant size, and she's really built this thing up to be a big thing. This is like she wants to get the United Nations in, and she, you know, if she had a chance to get a hitman after you, she'd almost do that, at least to scare you. What we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about how can we give your sister her money and move on. Or maybe we'll turn the tables. Maybe there is an issue where you have a dispute and you feel threatened, and somebody may be coming back in your life, and the best thing you could possibly do is settle up. Well, I'm not an attorney and I'm not a tax person, but I can tell you one thing: if you have equity in the property and it's California real estate and it's not land and it's not something, you know, crazy, you might be able to use that if you're the person in charge of the estate or trust, or let that person who's in charge of the estate use the equity and to facilitate a buyout. And what this allows you to do is to turn that equity into spendable cash. Example is that you use that money now to give money to the person who is a problem person who may keep coming back and become threatening, or if no other reason, you want to get them out of your life, out of the estate, no longer trying to interfere with the decisions that you need to make, and no longer second guessing you and making your life miserable. So these are real life problems. We all get tired of hearing them. Any way we can help you do that, even if we're not the lenders that we're going to be the ones who do this, even if we're not a good fit for each other, more than happy to at least start this and have that conversation if you're the person in charge or planning on being the person in charge, and if your name is on the paperwork. Look forward to hearing from you.